Glad to have you back. It's Monday, not so glad of that, but thrilled to have you being a part of it. Beautiful evening. Several more of those ahead. Until maybe the weekend. We'll have a system that's going to make a run at us into the weekend and thereafter. I don't think that next week will look like the one that is just now getting started. A little bit of a taste of summer for the next few days. I'll outline the changes when I get to your 7-day in just a few moments. We'll start coverage, an update, if you will, on the Mcgoffin County Rescue Squad media auction. An official word of thanks a little later, but we'll give you a little glimpse as to how well it went, with so many of you helping. Also, pain at the pump. That phrase has been around a long time, never going away, but we're all feeling it again. Thought that might have been over, but not a chance. I'll tell you what's going on there as oil is dropping. Gas prices are not. A fatal crash in a neighboring county. A lot of crashes here locally over the course of the weekend. And a lot of other news as well. Also, an opener for a report that I'll have later on in the week about one of our memorial road dedications for a former veteran. It's amazing what we're learning through these events, and learn about a family that I've known for a long time, and it's going to start tonight, and I'll tell you more about that in a few seconds. And then there's Noah Thompson. You know, Noah. There's some big plans being made right now in Louisa. I can tell you what I can in just a few seconds. So we'll get to all of that and your updated community calendar and more in just a moment.
Hello, I'm William Bill Mead, Republican candidate for Mcgoffin County Sheriff. One of the candidates recently said that training and experience didn't matter, that no one has done anything in Mcgoffin County yet. You know what? I agree. Nothing has been done in Mcgoffin County yet, but that can change on May 17th. With over 33 years experience in law enforcement, I have a strategy to combat the drug problem that we've been facing for years. I believe in and support rehabilitation for those with drug addiction. If they want help, we should support them so that they can return to their families and be productive in society. But we can't allow those that want to make a living destroying the lives of our loved ones to continue. If you're ready for a positive change, I ask for your vote and support. I'm number 4 on the Republican ballot, but number 1 for Mcgoffin County.
Not everything has changed over the years. Frazier's Prater Drugstore is still your most trusted pharmacy, where you can get your prescription brought to you curbside or make your way to the counter for a snack, lunch, or an incredibly sweet treat. And check out Strings and Things inside the shack, the Radio Shack, musical instruments, guns, ammo, electronics, and more. It's as wonderfully unique of a shopping experience as is the selection at Frazier's Prater Drugstore in downtown Salyersville.
First, let me thank those of you who have welcomed me into their homes. It's been a pleasure. For those I've missed, I'm not done yet. I'm visiting as many folks as possible. Let me assure you, I'm capable and willing to do this job. I believe it's time for a change. I will never let the citizens down. I will never lose my integrity, nor will I ever forget who I am or where I come from. I will always be a servant to the people. Customer service, better hours, friendly staff, and the willingness to help everyone will always be my top priority. Together we can make a change. I'm asking to be your Mcgoffin County Clerk.
My name's Winfred Ray McCarty. I'm running for sheriff on the Democrat ticket. My parents was Alton and Rui McCarty. I have 5 children, 12 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. And the reason I'm running for sheriff is for your kids and mine. And I also will take care of the senior citizens and the older people. And I will be a full-time sheriff. And if you all will support me, I'll make a good sheriff for the county, and I thank you very much.
Good people of Mcgoffin County, my name is Tim Watkins, son of John Clay and Melba Jean Watkins Sayer, and son Sean Watkins, and 7 grandchildren. We have been servants of Mcgoffin County most of our lives, been there for you in the time of need. I'm in your need to make sure our children and grandchildren have a safe county to grow up in. Please help me to obtain this goal by voting Tim Watkins for sheriff. I know together we will make a difference. Thank you.
Car wrecks, truck wreck, disability, workers' comp, slip and fall, wrongful death. Your case matters to you. Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Good evening, Mcgoffin County. My name is Rick Howard. I'm running for Mcgoffin County Judge Executive, a lifelong resident and businessman in our community. With the decreasing population, lack of jobs, and bad leadership, I witnessed a shutdown in our local government. Signs on our county garages say there is no access for we the people. I watched the driver's licensing office move to another county, and not one finger of opposition was raised by our county judge. I've seen the condition of our park and tennis courts. They're even in worse condition than when the present administration took office. This will not happen under my administration. It's time for a change. I will be your friend in office. I will not be your boss. On May 17th, don't forget, vote for Rick Howard, your next Mcgoffin County Judge Executive, #1 on the ballot.
A lot of news to cover, a lot happening over the course of the weekend, a lot of it weather-related, heavy showers and downpours for a lot of us. Fortunately, here in Mcgoffin County, there was some flooding, but I do not know of any serious or even widespread damage. But there were some accidents related to the weather. There were some calls of some flooding issues. Nothing that we're not necessarily used to. There is also a report of a fatal accident, car accident that happened in neighboring Knott County, and it also proves to be weather-related. State police say they got a call of a single vehicle crash. This was actually Saturday night, shortly before midnight. They say that when they arrived on Kentucky Route 550, they found the vehicle in question. I believe it was a red pickup truck, a Chevrolet pickup truck, but there was no driver or passengers to be found. They began an immediate search of the area for fear that the accident victim or the driver may have been washed away by the high rising flood waters, and as it would turn out, their suspicions were correct. They actually discovered the body of 31-year-old Charles Moore, a Mousy resident, the following day. His body was sent to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy. Well, before and after and in between the Mcgoffin County Rescue Squad media auction, numerous auto accidents were responded to here in Mcgoffin County over the course of the weekend. Two of which actually happened in the same location on the same day. Red light number 1 here in Sagersville. And Mike Nichols, Sagersville police officer on duty at the time, had a ringside seat, if you will, to this one. He was sitting behind that blue-colored Chevrolet pickup truck waiting to exit Parkway Drive and get on to 114 or the Mountain Parkway. When the light turned green, that truck, which was sitting in front of him, did so and advanced. At the same time, a white pickup truck, a Toyota, I believe it was, being driven by a Pikeville man, ran the red light and collided with the truck of a local man, the blue or bluish-green Chevrolet. Extensive damage done to both, probably not repairable to either one. The Mcgoffin County man in the Chevrolet and then the husband and I believe his wife in the white Toyota all refused medical treatment, however, at the scene. The second crash was actually right here later on that afternoon. It was actually a Mcgoffin County Rescue Squad member which had left to run an errand during the Rescue Squad auction and was involved in a minor collision with an 18-wheeler, also at the red light. Both vehicles traveling in the same direction when the big rig came into contact with the passenger side of the vehicle. The squad member and driver of the sedan, I believe, was transported by ambulance for non-life-threatening injuries or minor injuries. That accident, too, worked by Officer Mike Nichols of the Sagersville PD. And then there are gas prices. You know, we just had a few weeks ago record-setting highs in the country and here in the area. You may as well say we're there again. The national average only 3/100ths of a penny from being as high as they were just weeks ago. The national average for a gallon of gasoline, $4.32.8 a gallon today, according to AAA. That is, by my math, 0.03 cents of a gallon less than the record high that was set back around the second week of March.
Gas prices have jumped about 13 cents in just the past 7 days. What's the blame? Well, still, we've never recovered as far as the supply is concerned from COVID. Russia invading Ukraine, the primary reasons. And other factors, I am sure. And analysts tell us that this is probably not as bad as it's going to be. Gas futures actually settled, if you're watching the market, at record highs on just this past Friday. And then there's diesel. Diesel makes the world go around, perhaps as much, if not more than gas, because that's how we get a lot of our goods. And it is a record $5.54 a gallon today. That's 22 cents higher in just the past week, and almost 50 cents, 49 cents in the past 30 days, according to AAA. Meanwhile, oil has tumbled some. Oil prices took a big fall today, in their steepest one-day fall since the latter part of last month. So hopefully that will translate into some gas prices going in the same direction soon. Oil, though, still even falling 6% down to $103.09 a barrel.
Hello, Mcgoffin County. I'm Brian Montgomery, your current jailer. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you for your vote and support in this upcoming election. I've been in this line of work for the last 25 years, with 14 years being at the detention center, and now the last 11 and a half as your jailer, with continued training every year. I hope that I have helped you or a loved one somewhere along the way, and I hope that you will continue to let me serve you and come out on May 17th and vote for me, Brian Montgomery, for jailer, number 1 on the ballot. Thank you.
The past 3 years have been like no other time in history. We have had flooding events, ice storms, a 100-year pandemic, emergency service issues, and now we have inflation rising to levels not seen in decades. But in Mcgoffin County, we don't let adversity get us down. We have steadily moved our county forward, and this is because of you. Because of your faith and trust in me, I have been able to build relationships in Frankfort and in Washington, D.C., placing Mcgoffin County on the map as an up-and-coming community. Locally, we are continuing to renovate our county-owned buildings, properties, and parks. We now have a state-of-the-art 911 center, and we use every dollar of our road fund to repair and maintain our county roads. But as we all know, there is still so much more work to be done. I pledge to keep pushing for funding to expand water across the county, for economic development, for tourism, and other items to improve our community, as well as continuing to support and honor our local veterans. Again, thank you for your trust and support, and I ask for your vote for another term as Judge Executive so we can keep Mcgoffin County moving forward.
I'm Neil Adams, Republican candidate for Sheriff of Mcgoffin County. My main duty as Sheriff will be to protect all the people of Mcgoffin County, and especially our elderly and youth, from the ongoing drug scourge. I am not a politician, but I am a highly trained narcotics detective with over 21 years of law enforcement experience. I know and I see people every day that express their concerns about the illegal drug activity in our county. I hear your voices, and I'm letting you know that help is on the way. I ask all fellow Republicans to join my team in helping me to fight this drug epidemic in our county. Vote Neil Adams, Republican, for Sheriff.
Hello, Mcgoffin County. My name is Robert James Bailey. I'm asking for your votes to serve as your next Mcgoffin County jailer. I can proudly say that my work ethic has been validated over the years as a foreman for Rumpke. I deal with the public on many levels, solving issues they have encountered. Another one of my accomplishments is as a football coach for the elementary and middle school students. I have interacted and communicated effectively with both parents and students, and I will always be there to assist others when needed. If you're looking for new leadership, give me this opportunity to prove to you that I can perform all duties required as your next Mcgoffin County jailer.
Hello, my fellow Mcgoffin Countyans. My name is Carson Sloan, and I'm a candidate for Magistrate District 2. As your magistrate, I will apply the same core values I have held myself to all my life. As your magistrate, I will always be honest, hardworking, trusting, and dependable. I will be a full-time employee for you, the people of District 2 and Mcgoffin County as a whole. So on May 17th, please cast your vote for Carson Sloan for Magistrate District 2, number 1 on the ballot and number 1 for the job. Thank you.
Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400.
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Now, a quick look at the Mcgoffin County Rescue Squad media auction. We'll be talking with the captain, Dewey Marshall, and some others possibly later on in the week as they get a firm grasp on just how well you did for the Mcgoffin County Rescue Squad. Their first ever, our first ever, that Carter Colony. It was tough. I'm not going to lie. It was very tough. But a lot of you chipped in, and I think really did him proud. The auction, if you were watching and waiting, did get off to a rather late and rocky start on Thursday. First night, getting everything set and cooperating as far as trying to broadcast this thing live and in all the ways that I was. And it just takes some time doing it the first time. And after it's set up, it ran pretty smooth. A little bit of a lag, of course, but that's just technology and how it works. And with all that in consideration, everyone, they waited and watched and bid and bought. And, you know, $20,000 is always a goal. It's where you have to be to try to survive. And we will surpass that this year. I don't have any hard numbers, but I think that we're probably there already. Still a lot more to come in. And a lot of donations, which were so graciously made, to still come in and be added. And the city of Sagersville has also promised a sizable donation compared to the $1,500 they usually give. So with all of that, it really could be a big boost and a big help and a big show of support to the rescue squad, and hopefully the big guy is very proud. We'll hear about how it went, and we'll thank some folks a little later on, but just wanted to let you know that we thank you for your support. Your items, if you bid and bought, can be picked up at the rescue squad building. There is someone there manning the building during much of the day for the next few days, or you can call 349-5500 to schedule a time to pick up your items or to leave your donations. Thank you all so much, and we'll have more a little later on in the week. Look for this report in its entirety later on in the week, but for now, Kentucky's Commissioner of the Department of Veterans Affairs was in Mcgoffin County Saturday morning, where the Mcgoffin County Fiscal Court and a large number of family members were there to see a portion of a Mcgoffin County road dedicated in honor of their lost loved one, a man who left Mcgoffin County to defend his country and never returned, never seeing his then unborn daughter.
Staff Sergeant Sammy Slasher was a great American, 23 years old when he perished fighting in French Morocco, freeing France from the Nazis. You know, in his short life of 23 years, he was able to do great things. Silver Star, served on 2 continents, left a legacy, his daughter here.
The family was honored to have the Commissioner of Veterans Affairs here in Mcgoffin County for this dedication on Saturday. We'll hear more from him later on in the week and from the family, as well as this section of Mcgoffin County roadway at the mouth of Buffalo was officially dedicated in honor of Staff Sergeant Sammy Slusher, Staff Sergeant Sammy Slusher Memorial Road, as it will forever now be called. And again, the story surrounding his service and his family and his legacy want to and should hear, and will be presented a little later on in the week. Next, here's tonight's Mcgoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. A couple of reminders. The countywide spring cleanup campaign kicked back off today for those of you who live and vote in Magisterial District 3 here in Mcgoffin County. That's all week long, and then the week of the 23rd, we'll wrap it up with District 1, and, of course, the Sagersville citywide cleanup campaign going on the whole time. This coming Saturday, big show at the Mcgoffin County Horse Park, brought to you and sponsored by the Sagersville Masonic Lodge. All proceeds go to benefit the Coats for Kids event and program, and it starts at 5 o'clock Saturday. I'll remind you, earlier that day on Saturday, the annual car show cruise in at the Sagersville City Park across from City Hall. Free registration starting at noon, awards at 4. And they've got food, music, door prizes, cars, trucks, bikes, all invited. It's going to be a nice show, and it's a really great area to have one. Also Saturday, a big day in the 14th, the 10th annual Bass Tournament, sponsored by the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church. They'll blast off from the Clay Lake Boat Ramp bright and early that morning. If you have any questions, call 743-2211 or 548-0118. And make an appointment now if you can. Walk-ins are welcome, but appointments are greatly appreciated and preferred. Next Monday, the 16th, will be the next Mcgoffin County blood drive at the Sagersville First Baptist Church. You call me whenever you have an announcement or a birthday or anniversary so I can tell everyone about it. Going on to obituaries tonight, services were held over the course of the weekend. Saturday for 88-year-old Don Wendell Russell of Gaines Howard Road. He passed away Thursday.
Survived by his wife Betty, his son Jerry Russell, daughter Donna Jean Francis, a brother Gordon Russell, 6 grandkids and 6 great-grandchildren. 59-year-old Janet Louise Sailor Perkins of Sagersville passed away Friday at her home, survived by her son Jeffrey, daughters Jamie McCarty and Reva Perkins, brothers Ralph and Silas and Daryl Dallas Sailor, sisters Alma Jackson, Evelyn Hicks, Lisa Wallen, Bonnie Howard, Thelma Gasparic, and 13 grandchildren. Services will be held tomorrow at 1 from the Mcgoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation is this evening till 9. Services for Donna Montgomery, 88 of Springfield, Ohio, but formerly of Mcgoffin County, will be held this Thursday. He's survived by his wife, Rui, sister Betty Carty, and several nieces and nephews. He's preceded in death as well by 5 brothers and 3 sisters. Again, services 1 o'clock this Thursday from the Rock House Liberty Baptist Church. And I'm told that arrangements are incomplete at this hour, but to be announced through the Mcgoffin County Funeral Home for Betsy Holbrook Howard, 73 of Sagersville. She passed away Saturday, the wife of the late Byron Dick Howard here in Sagersville. It is never too early for spring to spring at the seasonal shop, and it has. With new ladies' fashions in and arriving daily from all the fashion houses you've come to love, like Royce, Mud Pie, Charlie Page, Simply Southern, they have a new line of spring tees from Ivory Ella, and amazing scents in soaps, body lotions, and home fragrance diffusers by Michael Design Works, with something for every room in the house. Plus new home decor, and as always, so much more at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville.
Appalachian Wireless puts service, towers, and technology in areas that other carriers won't. With almost 300 towers in our 29 county coverage area, we know for our communities to grow, they have to have connectivity to succeed. That's why Appalachian Wireless's primary focus is to provide support and service to communities that are in our coverage area. Advancing the gap between technology and communities is our goal of providing a better tomorrow for Appalachia. We are the region's best and most reliable network. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
What's up, Mcgoffin County? It's Boone Williams, University of Kentucky.
Boone gets the call, over 100 yards rushing today. Boone pulling his way inside the 5, staying on his feet for the touchdown, Kentucky.
Make sure y'all go vote for my guy, Josh Poe, man. Let's.
I'm Joshua Poe, and I approve this message.
On May 17th, you will elect a new Mcgoffin County attorney. As your county attorney, I will work with law enforcement and all community partners to deal with issues caused by the influx of illegal drugs such as heroin, fentanyl, and methamphetamine. Together, we can make our county a better and safer place to live. I ask for your vote for me, Jeff Lovely, as your next Mcgoffin County attorney.
My name is Travis Joseph, and I'm a Democrat candidate for the office of Mcgoffin County Attorney. For the past 12 years, it has been my pleasure to serve as your assistant county attorney. This office is an extremely challenging and important job. In most cases, if you have to go see the county attorney, you're having a problem. You could be the victim of a crime, you could have received a traffic citation, you may be seeking treatment for a loved one with a substance abuse problem or mental health issue, or you may have a loved one that due to sickness or injury may be in need of legal guardianship. In those situations, it is important to be able to turn to someone with the knowledge and experience necessary to guide you through those difficult and scary times. For 12 years, I've handled all those matters on a daily basis, and I'm fully confident in my ability to serve you when you need help the most. On May 17th, I ask you to vote for me, Travis Joseph, as your next Mcgoffin County attorney. Thank you.
Check out the latest in savings on new sets of tires and vehicle maintenance at Conley's, like $150 back on Goodyears, $120 back on Bridgestones, and big deals on Firestone, Hankook, General, and more. All with perfect snap-on balancing, and where they only charge $35 for state-of-the-art computer diagnostics to fix exactly what you need and get you back on the road. On the web at conleytire.net or stop by in Staffordsville.
I'm Kelly Collins from Golden Law Office. I began my legal career in Lexington, representing some of the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided me with the inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will prepare to defend your case. I'm now taking that knowledge and returning to my hometown in eastern Kentucky to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
So enjoy this week weather-wise, because it's going to be nice, because it might all change by this time next week. More on that in a few seconds. Right now, Noah. Poor guy got COVID. I mean, it was kind of obvious, I think, and I think it was actually, even though I missed it, I think Ryan Seacrest actually made the announcement and clarification early on in the show. I guess I was too busy trying to find Noah and skipping through. Nevertheless, he did very well. In fact, one of the judges, I think, Luke, saying, hey, maybe getting sick might have been your thing, as it was another knockout performance that advanced him yet again to the next round of Idol.
And I'm like a preacher when he prays. I'm on my knees, I leave your name. But it's painted blue right on my front door. And I've been broke down and I've been full of time and age and some by you. So I just lay here with a bottle on the floor. So when the pain starts to creep in, I just pour another shot in. So I don't have to miss you anymore. So I don't have to miss you anymore.
So, American Idol is so good at finding stars. They're stars whether they're on the stage or they're stars whether they're sitting in a hotel room with COVID. Great job. How are you feeling? You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm getting by, man. It sucks. This is my first time having COVID, so I'm getting through it, though.
He did, and he did so dedicating his next performance, 2 for each contestant last night. Landslide to his grandmother. And again, the judges kind of in concert saying that COVID didn't do anything to his voice. Maybe gave him just a little more texture and richness. He advanced on to the top 5. And what that means is that nothing tonight, but next Sunday, if he were to be in the top 3 at the end of that program, he will be returning to his home Tuesday of next week for a parade and a warm reception, and I'll just leave it at that they're already planning for in Louisa. It will take him getting, however, from the top 5 to the top 3 on next Sunday. If I find out some more about the plans this week, and I will certainly pass those along. But another stellar performance from his hotel room because he had COVID. He and Fritz, the only 2 that apparently had to do so. But we wish him well. We wish him a speedy recovery, as is thousands of fans all across the nation. More on his homecoming that we're hopeful for on our next update.
Now, here's a quick look at your 7-day, the first several of which in there are nothing more than beautiful and very summeresque.
Beautiful day out there today, deservingly so. No showers in sight pretty much for the rest of the work week, I want to stress, but the weekend gets a little dicey. 47 tonight, clear skies. The only thing we really have to worry about, not to worry about, but the only blip on the radar, some patchy fog. Late nights, early mornings for the next few days through Wednesday morning. And the 80s are going to be very consistent throughout much of the week. Again, tomorrow we'll see 83, fog in the AM, sunny skies thereafter, upper 40s for nighttime lows. So today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, pretty much carbon copies of each other. Thursday, another one as well, as we're stuck at 83 for the next 3 days, and lows right around, give or take 4 degrees from 48 to 52 each night. So with that, a beautiful run of some beautiful and yes, summer-like weather between now and Thursday. And Friday it's a little bit of a change. Graphic's going to catch up here in just a few seconds. With all this beautiful weather that we see through Thursday, Friday will be the beginning of some change, but not as much as into your weekend, and definitely the latter part of your weekend. With it, we'll see still low 80s, mid-50s for your high and low, and sunny skies, but that's where shower and storm chances start to work in. 30% on Friday, and then early Saturday, then they'll kind of wane by Saturday night, and then they'll crank back up to 60% for the latter half of your weekend, partly sunnies. And we'll hold on, partly sunny skies, and we'll hold on to the 80s all the way through the end of your weekend. And then Monday, a cooler note, and then I think maybe the next few days after that, that might be the pattern thereafter. So enjoy the week, and we'll talk more about the weekend as it approaches. So, a lot of news obviously to come. I have a lot of news happening tomorrow. I think I've got a big story coming out of Johnson County in the morning. I've got a couple of meetings tonight, Paintsville City Council, Johnson County Fiscal Court that we'll be looking at, and a host of other news. So enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night. Thanks as always for watching.